Well, hello again and welcome back to the channel. And this afternoon I've come out to try and make another video to release during the close season. So sometime around New Year's, I should think. For me, this had to be the River Tor. It is, after all, my favourite spot on the Crediton fly fishing water. The great thing about fishing here is that even if you don't catch anything, which is a distinct possibility, especially on a hot afternoon in August, the beauty of the place more than makes up for it. It's just a lovely spot to come and spend some time. Now, I haven't quite reached that zen state of fly fishing where it doesn't matter if I don't catch anything, but this place comes pretty close. Right, let's go and give it a go. Right, well, I think we've got a fish rising up here as it runs, as the bobble line runs out of that pool. I'll try and cover. I suppose I ought to wish you all Happy New Year, if I got the timing right on this video. If you're a member of the Crediton Club, that means that in a few days we'll be putting on our waders and getting back in the stream to do a bit of bankside tidying. If you haven't been on the work parties yet, I can thoroughly recommend them. Not only is it, well, just plain good fun, get to muck about in the river again, but you also can learn a lot from the older members about, you know, places to fish, access points, different flies, oh, not to my fly, etc, etc. Really good chance to get to know the rivers and they're not covered in vegetation. And it's a nice bit of New Year's exercise for you. Well, I'm fishing one of these crippled emerger things, which is a new fly on me, where you actually bend the hook and give it just one wing. I think it's a Kelly Gallop pattern. Now, it may be my tying, of course, but these fish are ignoring it. It doesn't seem to be what they want. It's gonna be a toughie. Well, it's very quiet at the moment. We had another storm come through on Friday, Storm Betty I think it was, and it's brought the river up maybe an inch and put some lovely colour in it, so I thought this might liven it up, but perhaps it's had the opposite effect. Put the fish down for some reason. There's really not an awful lot rising. Seen a couple of little small fish here and there in the very shallow water or in the very slow pool tails. And the fish risen just up there. I've switched now to a Mo emerger, give that a try. It drags, isn't it? By it. I don't know what they're taking. Oh, that fish rose to something right next to my fly. Answers on a postcard, please, people. Right, well, I've changed position to try and get rid of the drag, and I've swapped over to a Neff caddis. The only real flies I can see about are either some gnats or a few sedges, so I'll give this a try. Of course, now that I've got here, they've completely stopped rising. Still dragging a bit. I could, I suppose, switch over to a nymph and catch a few fish, but that's going to be admitting defeat, isn't it? The challenge now is going to get a fish on the dry fly. Heck, I'd settle for a rise at the moment. That's through where they were rising. It'd be nice to get a hatch of olives, some sort. Actually be able to see and identify the insect. So often these days you find some rising fish, but you just can't tell what they're eating. Right, I'm going to move up, I think. Oh, June bug there, little bass. Well, things are looking up a bit, because I just saw the kingfisher. It's always nice, brightened up your day. I don't think the weather's helping much. I mean, I think it must be about 6 o'clock now, and I am melting. Even in the cool of the river, just sweating. It's so muggy. Nope, even that banker spot along by the roots there, nothing coming up. Well, I've swapped onto the wondrous Wickhams now, and second cast I hooked fish, but it came off. I could put the camera on, but at least that means there's hope. A chance you can get a rise. In all seriousness, it may be that as the light goes, things could be a bit easier. They may start to feed. Just not much looking up at the moment. Well, I mucked it up again, people. There's a fish rising right in under that tree in there. I popped the fly in, took it first go. I think I missed it. It's not going to come again, is it? Oh, looks alright as well as it turned on the fly. This is going to be a real challenge now to beat the blank. See that fish falling off. No. Oh well, lots of river. Let's keep at it. Well, it's only a tiny little fish, but the blank is saved. Beautiful. I've had 2 or 3 like that now fall off. I thought, oh, can't even catch the tiddlers. But yeah, finally got one to the net. So it's one of those evenings where you do have to tell yourself how lucky you are to be in this lovely scenery, because the fishing ain't going to do much for you. But, you know, it really doesn't matter. Look at it here. It's so gorgeous. Am I just saying that because I've now finally caught something? Who knows? Maybe we'll have a monster later on. It's a little bit better, this one. Ah, nice. There goes. Light's fading fast. The trouble with this time of year, isn't it? You don't get those nice long summer evenings. Oh well, a bit better. I'm having a few more of these little tiny parr. I don't know where the bigger fish are. Hiding. It's nice to be catching something. Well, this does seem to be about the stamp of it for this evening. Nicely newly minted pennies. Yeah, really quiet. You'd think it'd be perfect looking at it with the bit of height and the colour in the water, but just the odd small fish here and there. Still, not long to wait now, is it? What are we, 10 weeks is it to the season? Is that about right? Yeah, something like that, 10, 11 weeks. I'd say it was a bit better than this year. This year's been quite poor, really. Well, it's been threatening it. Not only then am I going to get my arse handed to me, I'm going to get a bloody soaking as well. But then this is the tour for you, exactly what it's like. Come one evening, work really hard for just a few tiny little fish, and then next time you come, for whatever reason, fish are feeding and the better fish are out feeding. You know, you can have a hatful, and some good ones too. The shit of it is, I couldn't tell you which ones to pick. There doesn't really seem to be much of a pattern to it. Oh, the rain stopped almost as soon as it started. Right, it's going to try that faster run at the top of the pool, I think. It must be mad. Ugh. I'm going to that tree, I think. Come to lovely sunny Devon for a bit of fishing. Jesus. I think if something takes now, I might just leave it. Holy hell. Yeah, I'm going to pack in and get further under this tree, I think. Isn't stopping, is it? Ugh. Well, I thought it had passed, but it looks like it's coming around for a second go. Not exactly dry fly weather, is it? You've got to assume that it's this muggy, close weather that's keeping the fish down. Maybe if it rains for a bit and then comes out nice and sunny, things will change, but I doubt there's more than an hour and a half of daylight left now. Need to get on. Stop raining. I've braved it out of the rain. Got slightly better fish. Oh, very nice. Let's down it a bit. Cute trout, right in under that tree there. Oh, throw my net everywhere. God, didn't have to throw it down there for a minute. My arms are soaked. Right. Small one this time. There's the odd fish starting to rise now. And to my fly as well, which is good. Maybe we are going to fish on a bit of a high. Oh, nice fish. Oh, you can't get me any more wet, mate. I'm bloody soaked. Well, there's fish rising up under the bowl of that tree. I'll give that a go in a minute. Damn it! I just had a cracking kingfisher came right past down through here. I couldn't get the bloody camera on in time. No, that would have made a lovely shot. Flew right past the rod tip. Normally they'll bank and turn off, you know, they won't come past you. That flew right past me. What a shame. I have thought about just leaving the camera on like forever, but it just drains the battery so quick. I'll be forever swapping out batteries. So it's as good as it gets, I'm afraid. There's that bloody fish again, right under that tree. There's got to be a taking trout, that, hasn't it? Let's give it a go. Short. Right there. Come on. Oh my god. I thought that would have got a rise. I was right on it. Wow. Obviously seen it all before, that fish. Drinking again. They're making monkeys out of me. Wow. Aim to fly maybe? But to what? This is the only thing that's had any sort of response at all. Right, stop and think. God. Well, I've swapped onto the sherry spinner. I'm putting it right over that fish and he don't want it. This is where the fun begins, isn't it? When you really just can't crack the code. God, drifting right over it, just ignoring. Just can't see anything hatching that it could be. No, well I don't want that. rising next to my fly but not taking it. Wow. Intriguing stuff. It's got an orange sparkle down on at the moment. It's not doing it either. I've given up with the kneeling now because they're still rising. goodness. Right. Let's try something a bit smaller. Maybe they're taking something tiny. Colours, right. Okay. Provided of course, provided I can see the tide on. Well, I've swapped to a little clink hammer with a pink post so I can see it. But unfortunately, they stopped rising. I don't think I put them down, I just think the food's not there anymore for them to take. I'll give it a few goes and then I'll probably switch back to the Wickham and move on somewhere. To admit defeat. Or not. Oh. And that worked. Took a little clink. That's quite a good fish too, really. Well, considering the ones we've been having. Oh. Yeah. In the tree. Obviously taking some tiny little speck. I mean, that is a size 20 or 22, I think, that fly. Tied short. That's the hook. Yeah. Got you in the end, Mr. Fish. Well, probably wasted a bit of time on it, but it's nice. Nice to have a small victory. Right, move on, I think. That little pink clink has brought me another fish. Just a bit further up. Oh, okay. One thing that's not mentioned very much when you're using these tiny flies is how hard they are to unhook. I mean, that's definitely a barbless hook, but yeah, really tricky. You can't really see which way the fly's orientated. Probably fine in the middle of the day, but it's getting a bit dimpsy like this. Not so easy with the 50-year-old mince pies. Right, well, I've just put the big Wickham back on for the last few pulls so that I can at least see it. This nice white wing. Just before the light goes completely, I would like to say thank you to everyone who's bothered to watch this stuff over the last year. I'd probably do it anyway because I enjoy doing it, but it is nice to get, you know, a few subscribers and some likes. Oh, in the tree. And especially the comments. It's nice reading the comments and reacting to people, chats backwards and forwards in the comment section. So yeah, thanks very much for bothering. I know we're never really going to see any really big fish caught out of these little streams, so not by me anyway. So they're never going to be astoundingly interesting. But it is quite fun putting them together. If you've got a camera and you fancy giving it a go, I would highly recommend it. You know, you don't have to publish any of it. You might get home and think, no, not doing it, that's crap. But definitely have a go at it. It's actually quite good fun. And it means you can watch some of it back through the close season. Nothing doing. There's a slightly better fish. Oh, it's trying to jump into the tree. Where is it? Oh, stay still. I think the camera's going to struggle to pick this up now. But it does go to show, doesn't it? If you can fish late here into the evening, if you don't live miles away, it's definitely worth doing. Okay. Well, that's quite good. I missed what looked like a good fish in there too. Got up through there. Like I said before, I'd be happy to come just for the walk, but a few fish is a nice bonus. Come on, fly down this way. Oh no, it's gone upstream. Ah, thought I was going to get it then. I'll try and zoom in on that if we're perched on that log, but I reckon that in these light levels it'll look blurry as. So, still, lovely for me. That was a cracking view of the kingfisher. Whoa! I don't think it's a massive fish, but it's fighting really well. Pool normally has a good 1 or 2 in it somewhere. Yep, I think that's probably the best one I've had today. I think we're back the same as last time. I might have to brighten this a bit in post because you won't really see it. Yep, lovely fish. Well, there might be one more yet, but you lot might not see it. Well, I don't know what you guys can see of this, but I'm going to make this the last little run through, I think. Battery's about to go on the camera, and I can't be asked to change it out. Not a lot of fish, and none of the really bigger fish either that are in this river, but I hope that's helped to brighten up a dank January day. I did at least catch something. Normally in this little run you can almost guarantee a rise. It's been an odd evening. All that rain. Now, although it stopped raining, every time the wind blows a tiny bit, you get big dollops of it come down at the trees. Makes it hard to see the rises. Right, well, it doesn't look like she's going to let me finish with a fish, so I suppose the next video is going to be, well, on or around the 15th of March, so I shall catch you then.